Dakota Johnson reveals this about herself on how she loves an audition. Hello everyone, welcome back here at Papi Conversation with Anne. This is where we dive into entertainment stories with a positive coffee side. First and foremost, this is such a class case of no good deed goes unpunished. So Dakota Johnson recently shared that this is actually more absurd than he sounds, as during one of the interviews on Hit Radio's during March, she revealed that the cocky behavior happened and was actually having her best manners. The handshake incident that made this world that earlier in her career, Dakota went in for a callback audition. Wanting to be polite and professional, she did something that most people would consider standard. She entered the room, she shook everyone's hand and introduced herself. She performed the scene and left. So, what happened after that? Considered a profession. Instead of being impressed by her professionalism, the creative film was reportedly put off. The feedback she received was that of pompous, schmoozing, and full of herself. Unfortunately and ultimately, they rejected her because she felt she was being, as she put it in an interview, he just had manners that it was pretty crazy. So, in what he acknowledged was, it's indeed a pretty wide look into the subjective and sometimes nonsensical world of Hollywood casting. If she had introduced herself, they would likely have called her aloof or cold. She's since moved on to produce her own project through the Tea Time Pictures, where she says she prioritizes a no policy to avoid a kind of toxic environment. All in all, that's such a way that even those that people do admire, don't they agree or whatever, also have a story to themselves that indeed you may not have gone through. All in all, it has been out here at Entertainment Stories with the positive coffee side. Thank you.